starting part 2 of the WordPress, Xampp, and more. It's a video slash tutorial slash work in progress. Okay, so I'm not editing this down. I might upload it. I might not. It all depends. We are at the point of our first install. Now, I've done this so many times. I've done it correctly, more than incorrectly, but I had some problems with my hosting company. We shall not say names. And I am not an expert, don't claim to be, but I've learned a lot recently by watching some pretty, I would say, avid users. So when you first get in there, there's all these plugins. These are some default plugins. At least there's not that many. So what I do is, just say you go to your dashboard, right? All of this stuff is expanded usually. You got all these goddamn fields and forms, and okay, it's like basically when you get to this dashboard, you like, okay, do I start here? Do I save? What do I, should I install this? Where do I do? All I do is close everything, and I watched someone else do this, and this really helps visually, and then I get the hell out of there. Next thing I do is I go straight to the plugins on your left, and I look at what's installed, and so those are by default what comes with the WordPress. And you always want to make sure you install the latest version. And I'm sure you already know that. So what we're going to do is a bulk action. I'm going to hit bulk. And the action I would like is to deactivate, first of all, apply. And then I'm going to bulk action again. I'm going to change this to delete. I'm going to delete everything. Hit apply. Yes. Am I sure I want to delete? Yes, we don't need it. Now, maybe it's good. Maybe they're good and maybe I need them. But for not so far, I've made about 15 sites in the past 2 months successfully. That works just fine without that crap. So I've been using Elementor. Yes, you guys, Elementor is the shit. And I guess it's a global thing. I mean, nationwide, alert, alert, SOS. Elementor is the shiznick. That's the WordPress plugin that is free at first. Then they have the more advanced version if you choose to spend your sweet, sweet, sweet dinero. You don't have to. They have a free version. And for all practical purposes, most of anything that you watch on this channel or any tutorial, everything is free, because I believe in 100% free knowledge, sharing the knowledge, and giving the knowledge for free. So the very first plugin that I would install is what? Well, that is really up to you, you guys. Getting familiar with the different plugins is a whole experience in itself. There are thousands of WordPress plugins. Where do we begin? Well, I will go down and individually do it one by one. What plugins I use that I've used over and over. And then I'm going to show you a shortcut that will help you so you don't have to do what I did with like 8 sites and spend time, minutes, hours installing plugins one by one when you can do it in a slam dunk kind of fashion by using a simple WordPress plugin number 1 that you have to download and upload. And then a third-party site that all you do is sign in with your email, make a password. They don't ask for all of your extra private data. And then you create what is like a private key, and you add all the plugins that you want. It's called WP Core. WP Core. It's this right here. WP Core. So here is my plugins right here that I've made, created by me. And that is my private key, if you will, that I use to install all the plugins at once. And it consists of kind of a lot, not that many, but it's a good amount. So that's what you can use. But to install WP Core, they don't have this plugin per se in the basic installation. You actually have to go to wordpress.org and install it. So all you do is just look for WP Core plugin. There it is. Bam, pops up number 1. All you do is you download that. Okay? Just download it, save it wherever the hell you want to save it. Bam, done with that. Go back. Okay, so I'm not going to use it for this practical purposes. I'm going to go about this as if I was doing it from scratch, from A to Z. And as if I didn't know what I was doing, and I'm just like, where do I start? Well, I know that Elementor is a plugin that I want to use because that is a good plugin and it's a great way to build websites fast and pretty decently. So I'm going to search for not installed plugins because we don't have any. So what we have to do is go to add new. And then you get your pop-up list of all your default super popular da-da-da-da-da. First thing I'm going to look for, well, actually the first plugin that I highly suggest is really probably the most important. It's called All-in-One WP Migration. So let's do that one first. It's called All Space In. There it is, right there. All-in-One WP Migration. There it is right there with this little arrow and then an arrow inside it. This is like saved my life. This plugin right here is more valuable than you'll ever imagine it to be. And the fact that it's free and that the fact that they do not like have an upgraded version where you have to pay for all this extra bullshit. It's 100% free and it's so valuable. You can save your sites within a flash. You could download a zip file, upload a zip file, entire site in a flash. Bam. So I installed it. Gonna activate it. There it is. Boom, ready to go. So we're gonna go back to plugins, add new. Now I'm going to do the Elementor. So it's already there because I by default look for it. Now I have not invested in WooCommerce yet because I'm still not 100% convinced WooCommerce is the way to go, even though the whole world uses it. Because there are multiple commerce sites, I'm still looking for the appropriate one for my particular project, which involves a whole shitload of stickers and free Android apps. But I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. It's a big project to try to attempt. So this is the basic one, and I'm going to install it now. They have a premium version, and then you'll see what happens after you install it. Then it kind of takes you to its own little thing, and boom, it wants to automatically, like, it's designed to try to get you to upgrade. So you just close out of there, forget the video, scratch him, forget it. Close that. See, it does all this wham bam, thank you ma'am stuff in WordPress. So let's go back to plugins. We're not done. Okay, see, there you go. See that there's the GoPro. That's where you pay like $4,000 a month to use more super like high-end special effects plugins. You know, you might want a GoPro if you have the money. And if you don't, that's okay too. So, next, let's look at, I'm going to install this because I think I've used it one time and I think it kind of works. I forget. Let's look at Elementor again. Ooh, I'm seeing new stuff. Short pixel adaptive images. Start serving properly sized, smart, cropped, and optimized images from our CDN. No, thank you. But it looks like it might be kind of cool. I might have to try that. See, there's WooCommerce / WooCommerce in a different language. Okay, so I'm looking for Elementor. I think it's called Build Blocks. Here it is, header and footer. Now there's essential add-ons for Elementor, but I believe this is only for GoPro. I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, install that one too. But I don't want that one right now. I'm going to do this one. The header and footer blocks template. We might use it. We might not. We'll see how things go. Activate it. Okay, so we got 3 so far. That's just a few. We got a lot more. And how I'm going to refresh myself is to go back to my website over here and see which ones. Oh yeah, I got a whole shitload more to go. Now some of them are not just plugins, but they are in a different category called appearances. So plugins and appearances are very different, and you want to kind of familiarize yourself with the variances of either or. Plugins and appearances are different. So with appearances is where you have your themes and different types of looks and how to customize them, your widgets, your menus, your header and footer, your themes. You can customize it and save it and do all that kind of fun stuff. But we're still in plugins and we still got to add more. So I'm going to add another one. Now, for me, this has not worked, but I'm told it's supposed to be a must-have. So let's just, I think it's called Simple SSL. I don't know. I've got like 70 real simple SSL. Yeah, let me correct myself. Thank you. Really simple SSL. No setup required. You only need an SNL certificate. Now that's the ticket tricker in the words right there. That's the mind fuckery. You only need an SNL certificate. So why do we even need this plugin? We don't, because if you watch the second tutorial in my 3 suggested, it will tell you how to install your own free certificate yourself. But you really gotta watch that video like maybe 4 or 5 times because the dude is a bloke and he does speak a little bit faster. And then look, you got all these other ones, SSL Zen, free SSL certificate, and HTTPS redirect for WordPress. Now that's got 50,000 installations. This has got 5 million. Which one is better? I don't know. Flexible SSL? I mean, it goes on and on and on. Which one do you want to choose? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to try this Zen one just for all practical purposes. I don't know why I'm switching up my routine, but I'm just going to try it. Who knows? It might work better than the number one suggested really simple SSL, because it's really not that fucking simple. Yeah, I mean, you can go, there are other sites called Zero SSL, which is very good, and Cloud DNS. Those are where you get your free domains and your free SSL certificates. I repeat, newsflash, newsflash, Zero SSL for free SSL certificates. Newsflash number 2, Cloud DNS for free domain with secure servers, free domain. I think it's free hosting, I think. I could be wrong. Don't mark my words. Just remember, Zero SSL and Cloud DNS. I'm too lazy to pull it up. Okay, so we installed SSL Zen. We'll activate it. Now, is everything that I'm doing absolutely necessary? Whoa, it's not activating. Allow and continue. I guess it's important. Anyways, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I guess I opted into the security feature. I guess I must do some extra work. We'll figure that out later. I want the free version, whatever it is, free. I don't know how to activate it. Let's just dismiss this for now. We can get back there. We see it right there, SSL Zen. There it is. Oh, look, there it is. Free. You have to do it all yourself. $0. Premium. They do it all for you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds for $50. You pay $50 for 1.3 minutes of work that you can do yourself if you only know how to work it. Learn your programming languages like PHP, MySQL, da da da. I'm just fucking with you guys. Okay, I'll shut up. Anyways, okay, now that wasn't highly essential. That is one way to get SSL. You have options. You can choose whatever you choose. Back to our plugins. Thank you very much. So we got our all-in-one WP migration. Number 1, Elementor, important. Number 2, Elementor header, footer, and blocks. It's not so important, but it's pretty good. And then we are trying SSL Zen instead of simple SSL. Really simple. Now there's a few more. I like, it's called Master Add-ons for Elementor, and then Happy Add-ons, and then I think we'll call it a day for this part too, for plugins, just plugins. So this one is called Master Body, and it's specifically designed for Elementor. It works great. They have some nice little features with like some sliders, some image accordion thingies, some responsive whatever, that kind of stuff. Okay, it's installed. Patience, my friends. Activate. I'm not paying for it, so we're using the free version. So I just go down here. If you can see my little thingy moving around, just come down. They don't make it very obvious, do they? And click on the activate free. Okay, bam. Okay, so then I just dismiss. I close everything real fast so I don't have to look at it and then get the hell out of there and go back to plugins. Just got an email. They're letting me know that They are happy I installed their plugin. They sure are, because I've done it a million times. So that's master add-ons. And then last but not least, just for now, we might add some more, but just to get going, I'm going to install one more called, I know it's called Happy. Happy add-ons for Elementor. Now it's a little different, and it gives you a lot of crap, but it's a little different than Master. And I've actually watched some tutorials on some of their plugins, and they're pretty interesting. Not completely like everything else that you see on YouTube. So I would suggest looking at the Happy Add-ons videos, a couple of them if you want, and also the Master add-ons, because I believe they're probably the same company. To be honest with you, I'm pretty sure they're the same. They just slightly changed their hue, value, saturation, if you will, of their logo. Anyways, let's look at our plugins again. Come down, scroll down, get out of there, go back to our plugins, install plugins, and let's just have a look. No, thank you. They always want extra information, especially metadata. You don't want to give them if you don't have to. So you want to see everything that's activated and what's not activated, what is and what's not. So we got the all-in-one, we got Elementor, we got Elementor header, footer, and blocks. We got the Happy Elementor add-ons, and then we got the Master add-ons for Elementor. Now that's just plugins. Next, on the next video, we'll talk about appearances. Remember, plugins, appearances. So that's where we get into the themes and the customization. Thanks for watching. Hope you follow video number 3. Next one coming up.